We're back once again, only on it is Last Call. Last Call at the Alcohol, only on the Last Call podcast YouTube channel. Joining me here on the line, this young lady here. Well, she has a big movie coming out. It is called once again from the Great America Family Channel. It is none other than a Royal Christmas on Ice, and well, a lot of big things going on with this young lady here as she's did some of her own stunts. She did some acting. She's done some dancing. She's a multi-talented actress, and we're lucky to have her on the show. I give you introducing the next breakout star for the Great American Channel. I give you Anna Marie Dobbins. Anna, start off here. The big question: a real Christmas on Ice. You get a script. You're reading all this. You have a dance background. And then you start realizing, oh crap, I can ice skate. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, because nobody wants to fall when they're skating. Most of us here, it's like we skate, it's like we grab onto the rail, we sort of like have somebody pull us. Like, how terrified were you? And like, oh yeah, you need to skate. And you're like, okay, this could be an adventure.
Yeah. So I figure skated when I was like 3, so it doesn't really count, right? I don't consider it counting then. But the funny thing was when I was offered this role and I read the script and I saw I was a figure skater, I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna have to do my own stunts. I was a little terrified. So I talked to the director, Fred Olin Ray, and he asked my skating background. I said, pretty much none, but I can get from point A to point B. So he's like, that's great because we have you a double. So my double was gonna do all the hard tricks for me, which is great. So all I had to do was just skate and act, which is terrifying in itself, having to talk and carry on a scene and not try to run into a camera while you're skating. So it was challenging.
Look, you laugh. A lot of us here, it's just a challenge. Like, okay, we're trying to skate. We have no idea how to stop. Oh yeah, what's this little toe pick thing? And next thing you know, you're just tumbling forward. So trust me, I understand. That takes a lot of guts because most of us here would be like, okay, where's the toe pick? Where's the brakes? Where's something here so we don't like fall face first. Next thing you know, everybody starts laughing.
Yeah, no, I had many times I fell. It was quite entertaining. I for sure on set. Me and my co-star Jonathan Stoddard, we both aren't figure skaters, and so we both had to skate. Just like sometimes just casual skating from one side of the rink to the other, talking and acting, and we would just bust it, and we would die laughing. And the cameramen actually were on skates as well because they got some of the shots with the camera on their shoulder on skates. As terrifying as that is, because they're carrying, a lot of equipment on them, very expensive equipment. Uh, yeah, so they they were rock stars. They rocked it out. They were skating while they were filming, so that was amazing.
So tell us about the movie because it says here it's a comedy romance. You're looking to you play this figure skater here. The big question I have is how'd you get the role? Why this? And what was it about this movie that you liked? Because you had your choice. You could have said no. So why? What was this about? What was about the script here that made you go? You know what? I want to do it.
Yeah, when I read it, it was just one of those nostalgic kind of films that I love to bring at least once a year, some sort of, family friendly that everyone can snuggle up on the couch and watch. And it was just one of those good, heartfelt Christmas movies that you love, that you grew up watching with your mom and your grandmother. So I was excited to be a part of that kind of community and bring that to the screen. And also, it's a fairy tale that every girl dreams of, to fall in love with a prince. So yeah, so I was excited to do that as well. I was like, yeah, let's do this.
How big is it also? But it's something new. Like this is it's a new channel. It's only about this is it's gonna say maybe first full year in existence. They've started doing a little more original programming. Like for an actress here, as a business part, how much of this is like, all right, I want to get in the ground floor. I want to start making connections here because if you do a good job, all of a sudden it's like they have you on the Rolodex. They have you. Hey, we have another holiday movie. Hey, we have another romance movie. Hey, we have another family friendly movie. It's like, and especially in the acting business, every contact helps.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm very excited to be a part of the Great American Family. They have a lot of amazing talent that have been in this industry forever. So to even be on a channel with some of the top is amazing and inspirational. I've actually worked with Jen Lilly before, and so I reached out to her and I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited to be a part of the Great American Family with you." So it's just really cool to be on the same playing field as some of these, top celebrities that have been in this industry for a long time.
How big is also Vigo? It's like you're starring Jonathan Stoddard and Marie Dobbins, or Anne Marie Dobbins and Jonathan Stoddard. It's like your name is starring. You're the big cheese. You're the one that get, hey, I have my own movie here. Because I know you're being very humble, but there's probably that the part of you that's like, hey, yes, that's right. I have my own Christmas movie. Eat your heart out, family.
Yeah, no, I'm very fortunate to to have been starring in this movie. Um, yeah, I feel like I don't know, it doesn't really feel as crazy as I thought it would feel. I've been fortunate to be able to be a lot of leads in a lot of different films. But the thing that was surreal to me, what hit me was being in a network that has a lot of these A-list celebrities, like Candace Cameron and Jen Lilly and Trevor Donovan, like all of these, top list Christmas movie celebrities. So that's really cool, and that's really humbling to be able to be like, wow, I've worked really hard to get to where I am, and it's very exciting.
Is it also nice, as you said, it's a family movie, so it's once again it's called a Christmas a I apologize here. I'm looking at all your stuff here. Royal Christmas on Ice. I mean, when I remember talking once with an actor, he said when he was shooting for a Disney movie, it's like I get to bring my kids on set. I've always played, an action star, a terrorist, or a villain. It's time to bring the kids on because you got to explain everything, explain why daddy's doing this. I know you probably didn't bring people on set, but is it nice when it's like one of those movies that everybody can watch? Your parents, your grandparents, nieces, nephews, cousins, and you're not going, yeah, you can't see this scene, or you can't see that scene, or hey, I'm yeah, a really evil person. This scene, can't see that. Like, how nice is it when you have something like this where everybody can see it, and like everybody, it's almost like everybody's part of this whole journey for you.
Yeah, no, it is super exciting. So my mom actually owns a dance studio, and I'm very much involved in that dance studio. So I teach and mentor a lot of kids, and like you were saying, it's to be able to have a film that you're like, hey, you can sit there, your whole family can sit and watch this film. It's appropriate. It's ready for the season. Um, it's nice. It's a breath of fresh air when you're able to do it. Um, it's also fun to take on different roles. Don't get me wrong, and have those, antagonists or those thrillers or, play the villain, that type of thing. But um, there's something just so heartwarming about being able to bring something to a family crowd. That's exciting.
Let's talk more about you here because you've been doing this for a bit. You started out, you went to college, you studied dance, graduate early, you have, worked on several different projects, you've worked for several different networks here. How tough is this industry, especially for someone like yourself, where it's people think, oh, it's easy, you're just going on set, you're acting, it's a couple, everybody, your makeup's taken care of, food and all that. It's like, no, no, no. You try doing this here when it's like constant workouts, constant, reading scripts, you're auditioning, updating your social media, networking. For you, I'm guessing you're still doing dance classes, you're still doing, acting classes. Like, how much time do you spend just literally like working on your craft?
I would say always. Because I'm such a nerd for this world. I love it so much. I'm so passionate. I'm always trying to find a way to better myself. Like you were saying, acting class, I still constantly train. It's so important. It's such a muscle that you have to keep working. You don't want to get, comfortable in your career so much that you don't want to grow. And that's something that I always want to um, you know, keep working on and keep putting myself out there, that I want to keep growing. I want to become, the best actor I can be. And I feel like every stage of your life, you're able to bring whatever's happening in your life into that role. And so it's really cool to see, as I've acted through the years, to see what I'm going through be in that character, because it's so different every single film. Like last year I experienced the loss, my puppy passed away, and so I experienced that, and so then right after that I filmed a film, and I was able to, use that. So there's all these different life experiences, and so it's kind of a nice release, I guess, to be able to do that and keep working and training. Um, yeah, so I would say I'm always trying to get better, and yeah.
How tough is it when network is always the toughest thing I've found out because you're trying to be professional. At the same time, you even though yourself, you've worked with people who they've done things here, like Vivica Fox, somebody who is a name. That's somebody you name drop, and people go, "Oh, I know that person here." I've seen her work. I've gone through things. With yourself, like how do you do it so that when you're on set and you're acting, or when you're doing this stuff and you have a director or you have a star like William Baldwin, Vivica Fox, you can try to go, "Hey, how can is there a way any advice you can give me? Is there anything you can help me with in terms of putting me in touch with this person, that person, and not come across like, a fangirl or, oh, I'm trying to, use you." Like how tough is it sort of networking but being professional?
Yeah, that's such a hard thing, I feel like, in life, just to navigate, right? You want to constantly, meet people and network and move up in your life. But yeah, how do you find that balance of knowing when it's appropriate, I guess, right? Um, so with Vivica, I was very fortunate. She's such a lovely soul and very open to when you're on set, like work. She really wants to rehearse and work the scene. And do you have any questions? Do you have any suggestions? Like she's very collaborative on set. And I've worked with her now 4 times, which is amazing. And so we've been able to build this relationship. And I get to see her, outside of filming. We try to get together whenever she's in town. I took her for her birthday to a nice dinner, and we were able to connect there. And and I feel like now I've gotten to the point, because I have worked with her and built that relationship, where I can ask her for some advice if I were to need some. But I think it just takes time. I think you don't want to, burn those bridges or come off, like you were saying, as a fangirl. You got to really put in your dues. And I feel like I did with her, and I was able to get there. Um, William was also amazing to work with. I only got to have 1 day on set with him. um, he has a very busy schedule, and so they flew him in and shot all of his scenes in 1 day, which is crazy, but you do what you have to do. And so that night, Jonathan and William and I went to dinner, and it was so nice and refreshing just to see him work, see how he works. I mean, he is a beast. He's amazing. And just to see how he can turn it on and what he does to get into character, it's so enlightening. And then to go to dinner and see him just turn into, like, this big teddy bear, and sharing, family stories, and how he met his wife. Like, it was just very endearing, and it's cool to see these celebrities that you've grown up watching their films, and then to actually have a personal relationship with these people. It's it's crazy, and I still pinch myself every day. I'm like, wow, I just had dinner with William Baldwin. Like, that's crazy.
Speaking of relationships, how tough is it having relationships? Not forget about boyfriends or husbands. I'm just talking about regular friends when people think, it's easy. Oh, we can, hey, put the phone down. Let's have lunch. Hey, let's go out, for the weekend and go to the beach. Or hey, let's, go out, for drinks. And it's like, no, I can't. I have to work on, I have a dance recital. No, I can't put my phone down. I'm waiting to call here, or I got to start uploading some pictures for my webmaster. No, I can't take a weekend off. I have an acting class or a theater, class. Or hey, no, I can't, take this. I can't, give you an answer on this vacation because I might be doing, theater work in New York. How tough is it for friends to understand that sometimes, and it sounds cruel, your acting comes first. They come second. They have to understand, like, it's just the way it is. What it is. This is your career, your baby, and it comes first in everything.
Yeah, I mean, this industry, as you can imagine, is very unpredictable. So, just like you were saying, I don't even know my schedule next week. So, as far as I know, I might have Tuesday off, but then with this world, I could get a call in this afternoon being like, okay, you're flying out to New York tomorrow. So, it's very unpredictable. And I'm very fortunate to have friends who are either in the industry or I've grown up with and they've known this is my career and they know how it goes. And so they just understand, okay, Anna Marie says she's going to be here, but she might not, actually be able to be here because of X, Y, and Z. So I've been very fortunate to have family and friends that understand it, but that's not always the case. I think also living in a place like I live in Los Angeles, I think living here surrounded by people who are also in the industry, everyone's so understanding and understands like last minute cancellations, or if you can't be there, you have an audition you have to run to, I think I've just been very fortunate to have family and friends that do understand because, yeah, it's very unpredictable.
Before last two questions, I'll let you go. I got to talk about this here because I saw it on your Facebook page. What is, I guess, Bad Kiss? Because I'm seeing here it's a clothing line. There's some stuff here with you. Are you part of that? And how did you get involved in that in the first place?
Yeah. So, two of my very good friends, Grace Patterson, she started a line called Bad Kiss, and it's just a company. They offer kind of like loungewear, female loungewear. And it's all about women empowerment. So they have fun sayings on their shirts, and so I've just been a part of it just to support her. I'll promote the brand, but yeah, they're kicking butt. They just launched, I think, over the summer, maybe it was, and they're doing it. They're doing amazing things.
So as we said, with all this going on, you have once again it's the big movie coming out. You also have some projects I definitely want to talk about because after this, after the movie, which once again, we're looking at it is on a Royal Christmas on Ice on the Great American Family Channel. I'll see here that you have two projects in the works. I guess can we talk about those? Are they still sort of hush hush in terms of like, well, we're not sure we're going to be dropped, or we're still working on it here.
Yeah, I can give a little bit of insight. So I still have two other movies set to release. We don't have release dates yet, so sometime this year or next year. One is a thriller, and that one was shot up in Rhode Island. That one was super fun. I co-starred with Vanessa Angel, who is amazing, from Baywatch, and she was in oh goodness, I can't think of the name. Kingpin. So super babe. She's amazing. I co-starred with her in that one, and Jason Scott, and it's a thriller. It's a fun thriller. It has a lot of twists and turns. I don't know what else I can say too much about that one, but that's what I can give it on that one. And then the other one is a rom-com called Looking for Dr. Love. That one I shot last year in Oklahoma. And it's just a super cute, like kind of again, like a family friendly rom com about a mom who is going through a divorce and a rough time, and an old spark from her high school years comes back into her life and kind of reignites some flames. And so it's a super cute rom-com that, again, both of them should be coming out. We don't have exact release dates, but within the next year or so.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I give you an it's coming out once again. You gotta check it out. It is called A Real Christmas on Ice on the Great American channel, which is gonna be dropping November 5th. And we have the star of the movie, and yes, as you said, she does a lot of her stuff. There's a stunt woman, but she does also figure skate, act, and well, she's alive, talk about the whole thing. I give you once again the talented, the beautiful, the intellectual. I give you Anna Marie Dobbins. Anna Marie, before I let you go, so where can fans check you out at? Where is the Twitter page, Instagram, the website? Where can fans contact you at?
Yeah, the most social media that I interact on is Instagram, and it's just my name at Anna Marie Dobbins. So find me on there, reach out, tell me hello, give me a follow, give me a like, and let me know what you think about the movie. I'm excited for everybody to see it.
Anna Marie Dobbins, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you can check her out. It is once again called the a on the Great American channel, Great American Family Channel, the A Royal Christmas on Ice, November 5th. Check your time with local listings for details. We can back a lot more going on here. Only on it is last call. Last call to the alcohol. Only on the Last Call podcast YouTube channel.